This week on TGC News, Citadel drops a new 454 lever gun, CZ expands their rimfire offerings, and Remington reboots a Bushmaster 50. NeoMag offers so much more than a slick solution for discreetly carrying mags, with products like the RASC, which means revolver ammunition strip concealment, so folks that carry wheel guns don't have to have the bulk of a regular speed loader in their pocket. There's also the Sentry Strap, which allows you to cleanly stage your rifle sling using a slick magnetic solution. And now they've expanded the NeoMag line. Not only do you have the single magnet originals, but now you have the dual magnet Type G, made for Glock mags or holding other mags more securely. And you can still choose from black or silver, extended, and standard size pocket clips. If you want to be the gray man, this is your brand. To get 10% off your entire order, use our code TGC2020 at theneomag.com. Welcome back to another episode of TGC News, the only gun news show that covers things you actually care about. My name is Jon Patton. How about we just jump right into the news? It seems Remington has rebooted a classic Bushmaster rifle in an effort to further make the Bushmaster name fade away. It's called the R2MI, and it's a reboot of the old Bushmaster BA-50. I'll run down the specs real quick. It's a bolt-action 50 BMG with a 30-inch barrel, which is made by Lothar Walther. No, not that Walther. It takes 10-round mags, and the muzzle brake is an AAC unit meant for the Cyclops 50 BMG suppressor. It has a left-hand bolt with right-hand eject. The handguard is a fairly straightforward unit with an elevated strip of pick rail on the top to match up with the receiver. The bipod is a non-adjustable steel example with a metal ski-type foot and folding legs. Besides that, it disassembles like an AR-style rifle to make it easier to clean and maintain. The stock is a Magpul PRS, and the grip appears to be an ergo with a nice palm swell. All in all, it seems to be a pretty simple gun. The MSRP on this one is an affordable for 50 BMG, $4,600. The only thing that comes to mind when I think about all this is more questions. Why is Remington releasing an arguably outdated rifle that was originally designed 17 years ago? Why not make strides to update it? Why make it a Remington instead of a Bushmaster? Why release a 50 BMG bolt action right in the middle of the COVID pandemic? Who is the customer for this rifle? What happened to innovation within the Remington brand? Don't get me wrong, I think this has potential to be a cool gun, but maybe they're trying to get some kind of military contracts with it. I don't know what's going on. I want you guys to help me with this one. Sound off in the comments and let me know your thoughts. And maybe we'll figure it out together. I don't know. How about a couple more new rifles? First up, we have one from a company called Citadel. If you aren't familiar with that brand, I'm not surprised. They are a sub-brand of a company called Legacy Sports International, which is the parent brand of things like Howa, Lithgow Arms, and of course, Citadel. The Citadel lineup is a bit weird. They've got a few 1911s, one of which is a 380, a couple mag-fed shotguns that don't look at all the same. One is an AK style, the other is AR style, and now they have the Levtac 92. They're fairly simple, so I'll run them down for you. It's an 18-inch barrel lever action with a big loop, 8-round capacity, and black synthetic stock. You can pick between chamberings of 357 Magnum, 44 Mag, or later on, 454 Casull. That's rad. I've not seen one of those. That's not super common to see them in 454, so that is cool. They also come with an M-Lock forend to make it more tactical, I guess. Shout out to Magpul for convincing people that the mere addition of M-Lock means it's tactical. Also, shout out to Citadel for not releasing the same images to everyone. When I did research on this gun to kind of get the total picture, there were some images that show it with just that M-Lock forend and others that show it with a rear peep sight, a better front sight, and a scout-mounted Picatinny rail on top, and a threaded muzzle. He thinks it will come with all of those trinkets because the MSRP lands at $800. Also new this week is one from CZ USA. It's called the 457 Varmint Precision Trainer, and they have 3 different versions of the gun. The 457, for those that don't know, is CZ's sort of flagship rimfire rifle. All of them come with a nice Manners composite stock that is a bit more precision style, as well as a sweet camo paint job. Beyond that, you get an adjustable trigger, 5-round mags, and one of 3 different cold hammer forged heavy barrels. You can pick between a 20.5-inch non-threaded, or real Americans will pick between the 24-inch or 16.5-inch threaded versions and throw a can on there. I genuinely hope these rifles are good, because an MSRP of $1,144 for a .22 long rifle makes my wallet hurt. What do you guys think? Are you clamoring for that new Levtac? Do you really think that's cool? Or maybe are you itching to train with the CZ? Sound off below and let's talk about it. The not-so-struggle bus is here. Fire it up! This is a simple one for you guys. Ruger has announced their first quarter earnings, and they are up over 8% versus Q1 of 2019, in fact. They announced net sales of about $123.6 million this year, and comparing that to last year, you have about $114 million, which is a difference of nearly $10 million in favor of this year. CEO Chris Kilroy chalked that up to strong consumer demand, exciting new products, and reduced reliance on promotions, leading to improved earnings and cash flows. I suspect Q2 earnings will be strong as well, based on the way people seem to be buying right now in the COVID pandemic, and Ruger's ability to come up with affordable guns that sell in mass. I mean, look at the demand for that Ruger 5.7. You can't find them in stock everywhere, and when you do, they sell out almost immediately. I look forward to seeing reports from other big brands real soon. And another thing that didn't really fit anywhere else in the show, if you have kids and you are looking for some activities to do with them, check out the link in the description to the downloadable coloring book from the Cody Firearms Museum. It's full of items actually found in the museum, which is really neat, and it's a fun way to celebrate guns with the young kids and kind of normalize that, I guess. Vertex makes some of the best EDC bags and gear around. Whether you're looking for a backpack, a messenger bag, or maybe something for your pup, they've got features like a rapid access weapon compartment, padded backing, a hot pull tab for quick access to the main compartment, and much, much more. Oh, and did I mention their jeans make my legs look better? Seriously, I can do so many high kicks in these. And guys, if you want to get a huge discount, head over to Vertex, that's VERTX.com, and use our code TGC to get a whopping 25% off everything. Go do it. And it's time now for More Friendly Fire, the segment where I answer your questions from our loyal Subscribe Star supporters. But this week we're switching it up. These questions are coming straight from the main TGC Facebook page. First up, Patrick Simkin says, what are your thoughts on 3D printing and the future of guns? I think it's fantastic, honestly. In just a few short years, 3D printing has evolved a lot. And the guys designing 3D printed guns and gun parts are evolving along with that. I'm really excited to see what new printing tech and material science can do for that segment of the gun culture. Aaron Clay wants to know if budget AR builds are reliable for the money, or if more money spent is a better plan. Honestly, that depends very much on the individual parts and how they are assembled. I know plenty of guys that could throw together a cheap AR that runs like a champ because they know which parts to buy and how to make it all work correctly. I am definitely not against cheap guns at all. Sean Ort says, how hard do you think it would be to build a functional scope at home? Okay, so I've been inside Loopold and seen how scopes are made. I don't think it would be impossible to build a low-power fixed magnification scope. However, it would be a turd, it would be terrible, and likely wouldn't hold up to recoil very long. A variable scope would be next to impossible. A good scope would be actually impossible. The tools required to make a legit optic are not something that most folks have inside their homes. Just the tools required to seal and fill with gases and then check to make sure everything is actually sealed, that stuff's not cheap. Also consider how difficult it would be to properly polish and shape correctly the glass that's required in a scope inside your home, I mean, you're not gonna be able to do that. I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to do that. Maybe buying a kit and then like putting that together, that might be a thing, but I don't think scope manufacturers are gonna offer that. The list just keeps going. I think you could make one if you tried hard enough. It would probably just be a real turd. My friendly fire question to you guys: when you hear the word budget when relating to gun parts, what dollar amount comes to mind? Do you think that means under $500, or is that only specifically for rifles? Do you think it means different things for different parts? Sound off in the comments below and let's talk about it. I want to figure out what budget means to you guys. I can't wait to hear answers on this one. And if you want to ask a friendly fire question, jump over to Subscribestar and support us on there. And that is it for this week's show, guys. I would love it if you hit the like button to show your support. And if you think we've earned it, get subscribed as well. As always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. Yep, it's over, but don't worry, you can click on the video up top to watch last week's show, and the one below that is the one that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. Check them out and let me know what you think.